Today is deep dive. We're going to go deep into the body. We're going to do like an hour, I think, in the body. I was really inspired by Lynn yesterday, and we've done a lot of healings like this, but I loved the subtle attentiveness, which is really where healing is. It's the gentle in touchness of the body that is the healing. So while you're assembling here, get comfy and get into a position that feels like you could sit in for an hour. Of course, in all these quote unquote meditations, you feel free to move and be comfortable, but that's going to be the theme today. A few announcements before we start. As Randolph mentioned, if you guys know any media hosts who I'd be good on their podcast or their live stream, drop them in the message here or DM Randolph Proksch. Men's group every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Randolph Proksch on the chat in my page, the men's group chat. If you don't know who he is, go there, click on his name, DM him. He'll give you the Zoom link. Every Sunday, men's group, other men assembling there. It's just beautiful. I'm going to read you some things that Al wrote me, who's part of men's group and is back from his surgery. All's well. He's doing great. So that's that. The People's Trust, which we've been working on, is now a page under my Substack page. And we're having a meeting this Sunday on Zoom. If you are passionate about this, if you really resonate with what we're writing, what we're coming up with here, DM me and I will invite you. I will likely invite you to the Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting is sort of a more intimate roundtable to polish up this document, to polish up what we want to say, to have an open letter attached to it, a revocation consent that Claudia is working on, several things so that it's very easily spread and sent to other folks. So that's why I haven't really launched it. That's why I haven't said much more. I'm also considering we're going to find a way to potentially take it off of my page and have it be this sovereign thing, not attached to any particular person. So come Sunday, DM me if you'd like to join that Zoom group, and then more to come on that. Also, we're going to do this deep dive today, and I'll mention this at the end, but any stories that I don't cover today, any that are in your head, anything you're really struggling with, anything that's blocking you from meeting your body and discovering the peace, the fulfillment, the oneness that is your birthright, send them in. DM me, send them in the comments of this recording, because tomorrow will be kind of like an Ask Me Anything that I used to do, where anything you're struggling with, throw it out there. Throw it out there. We are all struggling with the same stuff. And I am good at finding the root belief, the root spell, the root fear at the center of your story and debunking it. So that's it for announcements. Hi, Matt. Hi, Paul. Okay. I have something to share from Al. I'm going to share two things. What sort of a report from Al, which is only part of the epic poem that I got. Hobbit epic poem, so good. It's sort of a shame that I only have part of it here, but it was the streams of insights that it came over many days. So I'm just taking some of it. So I'm going to read that, and then I have an account of an interaction that Vasvi and I had where she was stuck in a story. And it's one of the stories that is, I call it like the final gatekeeper. It's like the final boss before you're about to heal. So you're entering your body, you're right there on a heartbreak or on a catch in your throat, or like yesterday, what we were doing with the eyes with Lynn. By the way, if you didn't see that, go catch it. And what can happen there, which is where are these stories that are like, they're like have a vice grip and they feel so true. It's just so convincing. So here's some of the voices in Vasavi's head, and I've had the same ones, and I've heard so many people have very similar vice grip stories. And so I think it was last Wednesday, I'm still working on creating this list of all those shared spells, beliefs, thoughts, egregores, whatever we want to call them that we all have. And I'm going to add these to them, and I'm going to add whatever yours are tomorrow as well before I go back and edit that live stream from last week. But so I'm going to have this sort of comprehensive list for us. But the ones that Vasavi is struggling with are what I call these sort of core vice grip ones. The last boss. They go like this. If I touch this pain, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm going to die. I'm going to fall apart. My life is going to fall apart. I won't be functional. The pain will overwhelm me. I won't be able to make sense of things. I won't be able to operate, right? Not functional. So it's the belief from the mind, from these spells themselves that say you need me to function. There's zero trust in the body and in life to function itself, even though obviously life is growing our hair and breathing us and all of that. It's not as if we're operating this thing. So, but these right before we move through one of these core wounds that have one of these separate cells in there that's fighting for their lives, that's saying, you let go of me, you don't rely on me, everything's going to fall apart. And I sometimes call it like a door-to-door salesman, right? Where you didn't buy the vacuum and you didn't buy the blender and whatever, and you're shutting the door and you're just about to like be done with the story, and then it's like pounding at the door. It's like, no, but there's this one thing you gotta have. There's this one thing that you definitely need. Because really our insane artificial matrix is one big sales job. Because it's not based in any reality, it's not based in natural law, it's based in lies, the lie of separation at the core. Just like any salesman, you got to keep selling, you got to keep marketing yourself. If something's true, you don't need marketing. It markets itself. It's like, oh my gosh, this works. This is great. And it spreads by word of mouth. But we have a whole world. We have a whole world artificially built. So those thoughts inside of ourselves, that the conditioning, it's like a final push before the healing. So, and it'll be specific. It'll be like, this pain in my heart, I'm going to have a heart attack. Like I'm sure that this is what this is. Or panic. Panic is like, this panic will never end, and just there, like it must be true that there's something to fear because there's so much panic here, because there's so much adrenaline. So these are the kinds of things that we might find as we go deep into the body and into these wounds. So I just want to lay that out there. And then I want to lay out what Vasavi saw, which is that they were nothing but a story. And it just took always what it takes. Here's awareness. And we just settle into awareness, and we're just looking at the story. We're just looking at it. Just considering maybe it's a story. And it takes that, and then it takes going into that very pain, the place that really loud story is stored in. You go into the wound itself, you go into that thing that's so feared, and where is the fear anymore? Where is that thing? It's like you cut through time, you cut through the story, because story, mind, fear, all of it, it's made in time. So Vasavi wrote me today, it's like, there's no reality to this. There's no reality to any of these stories. And I'm like, yes, there's no reality to any of them. All of our stories are a made up world. It's a made up thing in this moment. It's not real. Over here is reality. This visceral reality. And that has, you could call it pain in it. It has sensation in it. But that sensation doesn't have meaning. It's also not meaningless, but there isn't inherent meaning there. I've said this many times, so that's the reason I left psychology and all this diagnosis. It just adds to the dramatic storyline of what it is and keeps us actually further away from healing, from embodiment, from from the realization of what actually is, because we're caught in our story. So in the end, it's just a story, and it's in time. You could say that time is the common denominator. Fear and time are the common denominator. Um, and the fourth dimension, which is just a dimension. It's just a place in this one place. It's a corner of this one place. And it's a corner, it's like a trap, being trapped in a corner. It's and a lot of folks who know about, let's if we go to the sort of egregore spirit realm, and we call these demons or spirits. They're really just energies. Again, they're just thoughts, it's a belief, but that they create these loops, these time loops where we believe in, like, even past lives can be that, right? Where it's like, I'm in this dramatic storyline of my mission over a course of lives, and I have to struggle in this one to get somewhere. It's like, that's actually not real. That's a storyline. And what's happening is you are denying the unraveling full story, you could say, or just direct experience of fulfillment in this body, in this moment, which is the moment you live in. So Lynn was talking about that yesterday, right? We get a little lost in these lifetime stories or whatever. It's a little tricky because you're going to heal in this moment. So Vasvi started laughing. She was like, "Oh my God, this is just a story." But it was so compelling. It's so compelling. Especially when you're right on that wound. It's like, I'm sure of it. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm definitely dying. I'm definitely having I have a neurological disorder. Doc Smith, who's coming on Friday and who I spoke with yesterday, he and I both were like, he studied Chinese medicine. He has a doctorate, but there's all these diagnoses for spinal issues. For instance, he works with the spine, and he just refuses. He refuses to use those labels because it immediately creates time. It immediately creates a process. It immediately creates a storyline and a disembodiment about my problem with my body. Right there, we leave the body and we're up in the fourth dimension in time telling a story. So what we're doing today is stories might come, but I want you to see it's all the same story. It's a story of fear and time. It's a story of you're missing something and you're going to go get something. It's a story of an external of some kind versus there's no actual internal and external. It's just one, which I'll read Al's beautiful testimony to that. So I want to say all this to encourage you to not be afraid, to not believe it, that it's all the same. And we are all in the same boat. There's only so many stories that we get caught in this fourth dimension that it's funny. And so, I'm going to say right now, you're not going to die. You're not going to fall apart. You're not going to break in half. You're not going to need to go to the hospital. You're not going to, not be able to be functional. It's not going to swallow you whole. You're not going to fall into a void. Like, you're just going to heal. Healing means returning to wholeness, and you're going to feel the beauty of wholeness, of being connected to your body and connected to the one body. That's all I'm inviting you into. So don't believe the hype as we go into it. Let's see here. Welcome, Sean and Elsie and Ayana and Alex. Oops, typo. Is it not reality because it's not happening in the present moment? Yeah, exactly. As Paul Hederman says, there's only what's happening and what's not happening. That's it. So I'm just landing us in what's happening. We're coming out of what's not happening to be in what's happening. And then I notice about what's happening, about reality, is that it only moves toward fulfillment. And we've been sold a lie by a trickster, trickster entity who would say that life has something other than that going on. But in what's happening, there's an oneness is unraveling itself and loving itself and enjoying itself through us. And it's more fulfillment and more fulfillment and more fulfillment. Yeah. Abado and Joy. Ayana says, time is happening all at once. Many realities can exist at once, exactly, but we can heal timelines and experiences while also being aware that the realness is our truth and a type of reality that we can tap into and transform. Yeah, totally. Beautiful way to say it. Yeah, exactly. Instead of using past lifetimes, I often use just other lifetimes. They're all right here. People use timelines. I sometimes just see it as like lines, like just literal energy lines, and we can be on this line, and then this moment I'm a big fan of the 3D is also a line. It's a spiral, it's a vortex, it's a toroidal field, it's all these things. And but our focus here is where fulfillment is, right? We are in this body, in this timeline, in this moment. And I, as a Hobbit type, am very interested in focusing, which isn't like we did the eyes yesterday, which isn't this narrowing of focus. It's actually a broadening of focus that lands us so solidly in our body, not in a controlled way, not in a bounded way, in a completely open way. And then, yes, from here, we can heal all these other lines. It's like now we're in our field, and the lines and vortices and spirals of our field that would take our attention into a storyline that isn't alive in a moment are healed here, right? We heal these timelines, we heal these quote unquote past lives now. Um, but yeah, exactly. It's all one moment. And we can tap into all these other angles and all these fields. So today I'm going to take us deep into the body. This is where we connect to all these other lines, all these potentialities, all these channels that channel the one mind and the one body. And we want to open them from the inside out so that our channel, our antenna, our body is available for all of the grace, all of the fulfillment that naturally comes in. We don't have to conjure it. We don't have to make it happen. Natural law is fulfillment. That's my soapbox. Hi, Frank. Time is more of a cloud, just like the spectrum of neuroses. Yeah, love it. Yeah, exactly. Fourth dimension spectrum of neuroses. It's like the story, the mind cloud that creates these dramatic castles in the sky. Vasvasa used that word. It's like I built a castle, and then I lived in this castle. It's like, yeah. And then we're living in a mental castle in the clouds. Our head is literally in the clouds, like our our attention is there, and not here, right? Not in the ground, not in the earth, not in our body, not in the soil of our body. So exactly, neurotypes. How did you create this meditation? I don't. I've been doing teaching meditation in public for 6 years or so. You can see a tab on my Substack called Free Healing, and it'll take you to the different things that I've done. It's always improvisational. I used to do it with music. Now I don't. And it's just a natural exploration, let's say, where being, 17 years as a licensed psychologist, almost 30 years doing in the world of psychology, and many, many years in non-duality and spirituality. I explored a lot of what we're struggling with, and know that the healing goes down in the body, and that is where we get caught, where we avoid. We become spiritual, and we go into spiritual stories, or we go into non-duality, and we 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 expand our consciousness, and we can feel the oneness, but we don't attend to the unique body which is where the healing goes down. And then we have a lot of spiritual teachers. I'm a big caller outer of spiritual teachers and healers are developmentally disrupted. They're actually kind of adolescent in their way that they run their lives. So that means they haven't healed. They haven't come into their fulfillment as a body, as a unique being. I give the example of Amma quite a bit. She was anointed to be a teacher when she was a child, and now there's sexual abuse, and things that she's done. And she met with the Pope, and she's just very childlike. Doesn't see that she doesn't see and feel, right, the full expression of her sexuality, for instance, as an adult woman, the reality of there being dark forces on this planet that run the game of separation that you don't want to be meeting with, for instance. um, so, so this is a my way of doing meditation and healing uh, comes from exploring non-duality, exploring psychology, exploring spirituality, and then putting them all together in what do we really need? Ultimately, we need to know we are oneness awareness, and to fully embody this being, this unique being, because fulfillment, I redefine fulfillment. Fulfillment is knowing you are oneness, immortal awareness, and the full realization of your unique fulfillment in this body. And each one of these fields, they're missing a piece of that. So this healing I'll take us into does both, right? We feel ourselves as oneness, and then we feel into where are those wounds that we've been avoiding through these stories in time that delay the full realization of our unique self. Hope that makes sense. Hi, Chaos. So good to see you. Part of what's happening is the splitting of two timelines. I wrote an article about this. Oh, great. Thanks, Diana. It's essential that we are doing bioregenesis right now. The work is ours to do, and it helps the rest of the planet. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yes, there are those of us. This is why I'm created the People's Trust, and we're working on this thing together of this sort of declaration of sovereign beings who, I don't always love the 5D, 3D idea of the split, because we're doing this in the 3D. It's the whole point is to be free in the 3D. It doesn't do us much good to be free spiritually, which I understand happens at these subtler levels first, but I want to see no fences in the world and no gates and everyone living in the land that they want to live in and being where they want to be in their bodies, like the real tangible stuff. And but you're exactly right. That demands us waking up from the delusion that there is authority, that there are governments, that there is money, that there is time, all of these massive, massive spells. We wake up individually, we heal individually, and then we just are sovereign beings, and that has this regenerative quality anybody we come in contact with. And what I'm finding is we're like charged particles coming together. We just naturally find each other. It's like, oh, there's another sovereign one who doesn't believe all this stuff and who's honoring themselves as best they can. And that's why the healing hour, to just to do, it's like we need healing first. We need to really see through these things and feel through them. And then we will just live differently, because it's so natural to live from fulfillment. It's like, we're actually very simple creatures. So does the planet. We need to approach everything from the top down and bottom up, all the dimensions. I agree. It's a distortion, but we have 15 dimensions. Cool. When chaos calls me babe, that's healing right there. I'd love to hear more, Ayana. Perfect. I will connect. Let's connect. And maybe you'd want to come to this meeting on Sunday, but we'll connect over DM. Perfect. Because I'm such a hobbit. And I don't know if you saw the kindreds. I presented on these 6 subspecies last Friday. It's pretty long. It's like 4 hours, but you can run it through AI. Randolph's been doing that, and it'll just give you a summary of like who fairies are: elves, hobbits, gnomes, dwarves, and humans. So I'm a hobbit type where I'm like, okay, great, 15 dimensions. And then what are we having for lunch? And who's gonna actually write the thing that, and like, how do we get everybody together? It's like, we're extremely practical creatures. And I want the 3D to be free, So, but you're exactly right. I mean, I know it's all these layers and things are happening. And I sometimes see it as like, if you're in a forest, right, and there's a tree and there's all these different dimensions, right? There's the bird dimension, the squirrel dimension, the groundhog dimension, the worm dimension, and they're all happening at the same time. It's like gnomes live a little underground and dwarves live in the cave underground. And elves and fairies are like the butterfly flying around. But hobbits are like solidly on the ground, super practical, like, and assemble everybody so we can speak a common language. Because, My stepbrother is not gonna understand about 15 dimensions, but he might understand, like, the government is corrupt, and I can sign, a people's trust that affirms that I am a sovereign being and that I wanna live in a free world. So that's where my focus is. Sounds good. Interested to hear more. Okay, great. I'm a Capricorn, very grounded, but also connected to the beyond. Cool. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. Uh, Ken, hi, Karen, Dahlia, Al. Okay, Al, I'm just about to read your stuff. Okay, Al, my hobbit brother. Also a soil scientist. It's all connected ecosystems have similar patterns in the most microscopic. Exactly. Exactly. We just work on our soil and in our angle on things, and we reflect that light back to each other, and we heal together. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. Cool. There's so many brilliant people here. It's like you're soy scientist and 15-dimensional communicator. Love it. Speaking of which, Al is a builder. He's he was a builder and a musician, and now a uh, a poet about oneness. What do we want to call you, Al? And is coming under my umbrella, although totally sovereign. I don't get any money or anything. I'm just hosting Al's bio on my website, and he's available for one-on-one sessions. So we are still working on his bio, but you can go on my website and message me if you want to work with Al, and we'll have that bio done within, I don't know, a few days. So Al, as some of you may know, just had a new baby and a surgery that he was recovered great from, and is deep in oneness happiness. So he sent me an epic Hobbit poem, and I just wanted to read some of it to you. So I wanted to talk about Vasvi's story, and I want to normalize it, and then encourage you to not fall for any of your stories as we go into the meditation. These castles in the sky of stories, right? But then those stories just collapse, and you enter the moment, and it's bliss. So I'm going to read you part of what Al wrote me. In addition to giving me a photo, a full Hobbit gear, full Hobbit fit of like cotton shirt with suspenders, cotton pants, and Birkenstocks after he'd been rolling around in the dirt, literally, and having a great time. So Hobbit. Okay, he says, there's no more fear. There's only thrill to do every single task, to work at this life that I've created, to raise my child because I've created it. It's my truth. I've chosen this life. Meaning, if we choose to move towards fulfillment, then our fear is null. You are moving yourself into happiness. In your body, it's the mind body, it's one. I'm ready. I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to be enthralled, ready to be the happiest I could ever be. I chose this. I chose the happiness. It's my life, and I have chosen. You have chosen your life as soon as you make one decision. You've chosen your own mind. You've chosen you only. No gatekeeping, especially yourself and your forgiveness. Stop gatekeeping. Give up the gatekeeping. You're only gatekeeping yourself. Let the truth flow into the cups of all. As one cup fills, it overflows into another, and so on for eternity. Do not hold back mystery and wonder. Share the boundless truth. Let all feel the warmth of truth against their bodies. The one holds all accountable and together. There is no other than one. There is no better than one. There is no need, for we are one. There is no want, for we are one. There is always enough because we are one. There is never none because we are one. There is always some since we are one. I can finally share this with everyone, my happy green heart. I'm so thrilled to be alive. I'm so thrilled to be where I am. I'm so thrilled to have my child. I'm so thrilled to have my partner. I'm so thrilled to have my woods. I'm so thrilled to have my sister. So thrilled to have my father. I'm so thrilled to have known my mother. I'm so thrilled to have a family. Ram Dass said, we're all just walking each other home. Beautiful, but actually, we're already home. We've been home. I heard a snippet of a catchphrase in one of my talks, and I've been thinking it over. He says, Dr. Meg's 2 steps to healing secret, $2.99 plus shipping and handling. See to it. Find the pain in the body using pure awareness. See to it. See through it. It's a lie. Clear it. That's it. See to it. See through it. He's right. Or something like that. But it's beautiful that it's that easy. Just use it every day and see the results. And Al's a walking result. Love it. See to it, see through it. or see through it, see to it, or see through it, feel through it. Could go like that. Yeah, just that simple. Uh, Ayana says, very fascinating to see the collection of healers coming together. We are living in a dynamic time. Yep, totally. You're here. Love to you all. Love to you, Al. Isn't it so beautiful? I know. I only read a portion of it. I'm going to save it. I love it. A real Hobbit poet. Beautiful and profound. I know, right? So beautiful. So beautiful. So thank you, Al. And that's what we're doing. So we're just taking this awareness that has been taught in this crazy matrix to abandon and neglect and victimize and be violent toward this being, because that's what the world we live in. And so we are seeing through those stories that would have us perpetuate that, and we are feeling through where those wounds are in the body. And the pure awareness that we are, that which is looking at me, that which feels everything, that which sees the mind, this immortal awareness is unconditionally loving, gentle and soft, like we were doing with Lynn yesterday, also fierce and protective. It has the masculine and the feminine in it. When you were 2 years old or 1 years old before the conditioning started coming in and you had a boo-boo, you would be gentle with it and move toward it and attend to it. You would also fiercely protect yourself. You would scream and yell. You would go to your mother. You would hold your hand. You would not hesitate. I say sometimes, like going into a burning building, you wouldn't hesitate to go into that wound. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go not hesitate when you run into that pain. It's okay. Those stories may come because the fear, the elaborate storyline that says, I'm going to fall apart, I'm going to die, I can't handle this, the pain's too much, blah, 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 blah. I want you to see the earnestness of it. Fear is the little one's attempt to protect the body from pain. So they contort themselves into a good girl, into anything that, and believes the story of the parents, the story of the culture, that I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I can't handle this, something's wrong with me. It'll go into that right at the point where you're ready to be in touch with it. It's innocent. Fear is innocent in attempting to protect us. But we just have to see through it. It's just a lie. It's a lie in the same way that a child, if wounded, would go, I'm going to die. I'm bleeding to death, and it's just a little cut. And you as the parent fiercely protect them. You come, you wrap the wound, you kiss it, and you give them a hug, and then you take care of it, right? They might even need a surgery. And this is really what Vasvi was working with. She was in a surgical moment. It was deep, deep wounds. She was like, these are lifetimes old. And I was like, okay, great. Let's not go into the story of lifetimes. Just go in, right? We don't need the elaborate story to just go into the pain. So that's my invitation as we go in here is stories may come up. Fine, fine, fine. They're all little ones attempting to protect the wound. Great. But you are the parent. You as pure awareness are the parent, and you do not mess with your child. You are your child, and you don't you don't listen to nonsense. You go right in and you attend to her, and you make sure she has the surgery. You make sure she has the wound cared for. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I want to give us lots of time to go into this. Loved it, wonderful, Al, totally, Miriam. Hi, Tesfaye. Okay, so many of you heard me say how it's not meditation, we're not going anywhere. So you don't have to close your eyes. I'm going to, just because it helps me just stay deep in there. It's a healing. Healing just means returning to wholeness. It's an attending. It's just attending to what is, attending finally to the body, to being in this moment in reality. The body is the portal to reality. So I'm going to find my way in my own body and sort of feel the field, it's like I'll just sort of sense where to go. But the invitation is for you to do whatever feels true to you. So if I'm in the heart and encourage you to go into a heart space, but you feel this throbbing in your throat, go to your throat, right? You are a sovereign being. You as pure awareness is just one awareness, but the bodies are unique. And your body field has your wounds that only you know. And it often goes that like the field chooses well, like we all have a heart thing to heal on the same day, as I've been doing this for years, but I don't know that. And you will want to just sense it. And if I become distracting, right, you just do whatever's the most fulfilling and easiest for you. Turn me off, and go do your own healing. Or follow, use my voice to just go into something, explore, but don't follow my path. Okay, hope that makes sense. Love this. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chaos. I know I love it too. Lynn yesterday reminded me. Just always use the word playful. Healing is playful, is easy. This is meant to be easy. When you're struggling or trying, that's a story. That's a story of like, you have to suffer or sacrifice or something to get somewhere. It could be a lot of elaborate stories. And again, write me any stories that you find that you get stuck on, and I'll address them tomorrow in the live stream, 4 p.m. on Thursdays, Pacific. Okay, so easy approach. It's easy. We're having a good time. This is not serious. That's the real problem, I swear, in healing and psychology, and especially spirituality. It's so it's inherited from religion, right? That this is serious, and you have to earn your way to God. You have to earn your way to healing. You have to spill some blood, and you have to do a penance in order to get salvation. No, lies. It's really the opposite. So if you find yourself efforting, drop it. Come back. Remember, it's just fun and easy. Okay. All right. So get comfortable. Speaking of which, have fun. Get comfortable. Be relaxed. In any point here, if you feel like moving, I'll say it, I'll prompt it. But as we come into the body has all this stored energy. And that's what the wound is. That's what pain is. It's just a, a temporary energy vortex. It's like a little whirlpool. And you go in there and give it attention, and it goes whoop, like that. And it may be that you want to like stretch, or you want to shake, or you want to jump, or you want to just go outside for a run. Do it. Let the body unfold itself however it will. Yesterday, Lynn, as an elf, so refined, she's talking about like these small movements. So it may be that you're sitting here very still, and you have this release in your heart, and nothing happens. It may be that that you have this gross motor movement. It could be anything between. You listen to what feels the most effortless, the most fulfilling, the most playful and easy. And whatever your body wants to do, the body will not sabotage you. You are the body. You are oneness awareness, and you are the body. The story of who you are is not who you are. And so your body doesn't punk you. It's not going to take you somewhere. It's not going to do something to sabotage itself. It can't do it. And so what's happened is it tried to cry when you were young. Your body wanted to release the wounding that happened, and the conditioning from your family came in and trapped that energy, and that's what you're finding in your heart. And then that little girl goes, oh God, if I touch that, I'm going to fall apart. I won't belong. I won't be functional in society. I'm going to be kicked out of my family. And she needs you to not believe her story and go and let it release. Okay. So I hope that all makes sense. I just want to read in case I'm missing anything. Your body is wise, wants to heal, and always knows best. Exactly. Religion is exactly that. Standing in someone else's legion. It's never in your best interest. Love that. I never heard that. Religion. Exactly. No, it's all agenda. It's the enslavers programming, and all nonsense. So we're discovering the truth of who we are through the body. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to walk you into your body, and we'll see what happens. And I'll leave 5 to 10 minutes to talk through it at the end. Okay. So we're already pretty much there, right? We're not going anywhere in this. We don't go anywhere. It drives me crazy, the meditation teachers who we're going to go out here and we're going to come back. Nope, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. Here's this Plain old awareness. That which hears my voice, that which sees thought, that which feels your body. It's a it's consciousness. It's awareness. And it is immortal. It doesn't die. It's always there. It's always been there. It was there before this body was born. It'll be there when you die. It's that which witnesses everything. As St. Francis, Frankie, said, what's looking is what you're looking for. So our lives, we go out looking for what's looking. So we're just turning our awareness back to awareness itself, awareness aware of itself. I like the phrase or the word awakeness. It's just awakeness. And even when you're in deep sleep, there's awakeness. There's that which sees the dream, right? And you're in a different body and you're in a different storyline. But the one that dreams, the witness, is the same. And it's the same one here and it's the same one over there, same witness. Same video game player, all these different avatars. Okay, so that awakeness is the parent. It is the one that loves this body the most, actually. You are your favorite. You chose this one, like Al was saying. I chose this life. I love this life. I actually love this being the most. This is the real discovery. It's like there's no one you want to be but you. And then this one has been conditioned to treat themselves not so completely lovingly. And so we're going to just love on them. That's basically it. And tend to their wounds. So let's start with the top of the head. And let's just feel the top of the head. So feel the sort of energy at the top of the head, the hair follicles and the skin. And then feel down into the bones, the skull. And feel into the brain. And you'll notice there's tension, maybe there's achiness. Awareness wants to go, you want to go where it hurts. It's a very natural thing. Pain is an invitation. Pain and tension is saying, will you come pay attention to me? It's the hurt one. So as we go through, go right to the spot that feels the most tense, all through the top of the head. For me, it's sort of the back of the head, back top. So I'm going to explore there. Pure awareness is loving. It's curious. It's gentle. It's insistent. It's clean. It doesn't have any agenda in it whatsoever. And it's just you as awareness and you as the physical sensations. That's it. No matter what story comes about, that's not here. That's not in what's happening. So let's feel through the whole top of the head and skull and coming to the back of the skull, front of the skull, so the forehead, and then coming down into the brain. So the whole back of the brain, middle of the brain, and front of the brain. I'm just going to pause here. Most of us don't feel our brains. But there's much to explore. You can feel there's a little tension maybe on one side or another, or feels kind of cloudy in a certain spot. Just go there, wherever feels a little darker, a little dustier, sort of an area of the house that hasn't been cleaned in a while. Go right there. Just go in. Go in. The doors are open. There's nothing stopping you. As Al said, there's no gate. The mind might say there is, but there's not. Awareness, like air, can go everywhere. Like water can go everywhere. So if it helps to feel that it's water or a cool breeze or a warm breeze floating through, feeling through Let's go down into your eyes and into your forehead, into your third eye, behind the eyes, deep in the brain. And feel that softness around the eyes. Feel a natural release. The body feels safe, feels held, feels loved, feels attended to, and therefore naturally relaxes, naturally softens. It's like a baby in a mother's arms, a loving, unconditionally loving and supportive mother. You are this endless awareness that is loving. I want to just point out this awareness that's looking, that's that which is feeling into your head. Notice how it doesn't have any end point. It is endless. It's endlessly vast. So it is source itself. You are source herself. And you don't have an end point. You don't ever stop being resourced. Consciousness, awareness is always there. It is as big as the universe and bigger. And so there's not a lack of attention you can give your own body. It's endless. Let's feel the back of the head. So all through the skull and the back of the brain and into the brain stem. And then if you feel like moving your head or releasing your neck, feel free. So let awareness soak through the back of the head, the top of the head, middle of the head, behind the eye sockets, the nose, the cheekbones. Feel through the roof of your mouth and the back of your throat and inside your nose and behind your eyes. The waters of soft, loving awareness flooding through your face, into your jaw, into your teeth. Feel the roots of your teeth and let them be touched, be met, be known. But it's an embodied knowing. It's not a mental knowing. You don't have to know anything about this. So any questions of why or what, any labels, any stories about sensation, let them just drop away. Sensation gets to just be sensation. It doesn't have a story. Or feeling into your jawbone and your lips and your chin. And under your chin, the fleshy bit there, and your tongue and under your tongue, and way in the back of your tongue and into your throat. And feel how the throat, the back of the throat, the roof of the mouth, the back of the brain, all through the head now, feeling the head all at once. Feel how it's all connected. And you'll feel, if you can feel your whole head all at once, there's spots that are a little denser, there's spots that are a little achy. And let's take a minute here to really deeply attend to those spots. Love them so much. As intimate as you've been with any lover, with any child. So, so soft and tender with those spots. And again, also clearly going in, like you will father this spot as well. You will be there for yourself. You're not going to abandon yourself anymore. So we can think of the sore spots as the spots that have been relatively abandoned. So feeling your whole head and really deeply in touch with every corner, to the front, to the back, top and bottom. And then really gently from inside your head, feel through your head. So feel that from direct awareness, here's the sensation inside your head, and then through the skull, through the skin, through the hair, through the forehead. There's not a there's not a clear line between your skin and the air in the room because there isn't one. There are natural boundaries for every animal in our energy field, but that energy field is connected to all other energy fields. So feel through your skull, through the skin, through the hair, into the room, and how the air in the room itself is supporting you, is pouring into you. The air outside your room, outside in the trees themselves are connected to your head. We're opening the antenna of our body every time we come in and feel through it. Great. I'm going to keep stretching as we go here. Let's come from inside the head, so inside the brain stem, coming down into the spinal cord and the neck. So feeling into the spine itself, feeling into the vertebrae, down into the neck. You can feel each vertebrae. Again, you don't have to know one thing about it. In fact, don't. Just the sensation itself. What does it feel like inside your spine? What does it feel like inside your throat, inside the muscles of the neck? What does it feel like right in the center, right in the center of the achy spot of your neck? You can take that vast, endless, soft, and fierce awareness, and you can go right to the middle of where it hurts the most. There is no locked gate there. There's nothing stopping you. And feel the whole neck, the whole throat. And let it be supple, let it soften. Let the walls melt as they realize it's safe to be touched. Most of us have had unsafe touch, but your own awareness is safe. You won't hurt you. You love you. And you can nestle like getting cozy in your own, the coziest chair. So feeling really cozy inside your own neck. And there'll be spots that feel less cozy. Cozy up to them. Don't let them kick you out. Be intimate and go right in. And you can feel maybe the flow opening up from the head into the neck. There's an open channel here. These body parts are not parts. And feel free to move and twist and stretch. And let's really feel deep in every single corner, right? Nestling into every corner, getting very cuddly, as Randolph says, inside each bit. And then from inside your neck, feeling through your neck, feeling through the spine and the back of your neck. Feel several inches behind your neck and then several feet and back and back and back. You have all this support behind you. There's nothing that isn't supporting. There's no separate thing. So we're feeling that. We're feeling our endless connection to life. Life is right here. It's flowing through you. It is you. Feel now the sides of your neck from deep inside the neck through the sides of the neck and through the front of the neck so that the field of the neck is big. You can feel this with your head too. So the field is several feet beyond the neck. You could maybe feel the energy of sort of certain quality, but you could just feel the space. You could feel that, our bodies are 99.99% space. Feel that, feel the spaciousness from inside the neck through the neck and inside the room. And as you feel the spaciousness and as you open the body up, opening and healing are basically the same thing. You'll also notice the spots that are a little less open, relatively less open. Great. You can always keep going. Just keep meeting that spot. Awareness, just getting very intimate, very close, touching in, just feeling that spot that feels separate, being willing to feel it, which you are, and then watch it, feel it unravel itself. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything here. This is just an awareness of what already is. And in being aware, the body feels so seen and held and loved and attended to and connected. You may have some deep exhales. Whatever happens is great. Again, you're not going into thought. Thought is just lies, just stories. It's just you and sensation, you and the body being intimate. From inside the neck, let's feel into the shoulders, into the backs of the shoulders, the spine between the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders and the muscle groups there, the collarbone and behind the collarbone, inside the shoulder joints. Let awareness find where it's needed. Where is the body calling out for attention? As we come into the chest, where there's often a lot of pain and knots. So coming from inside the collarbones down into the sternum and the front of the rib cage. Maybe you feel little sharp pains in the skin or in the sternum or in between the ribs or inside the heart itself. So going into the heart itself behind the sternum, letting yourself really settle in the middle of your heart. What does the heart itself feel like? And what does it feel like right in the center of the heart? What does it feel like behind the heart? In the different ventricles, in the whole field of the heart. Mm. And you might not feel any sense of separation. It's just this enormous field. But it might feel like, ooh, there's a sharp pain in the back left rib cage. Great, go there. And you're just bringing that awareness. Awareness, you have all of the qualities that that sharp pain is asking for. You are tender, you are loving, you are fierce, you are clear, you have no agenda, you are attentive, you are tender, and you can go right into where it hurts the most. It's a surgery, but it's a gentle one. And as you're in the back of your body, maybe continue to feel in the back of the heart each vertebrae up and down the spine. So from the neck down to the back of the heart, feel where there might be some vertebrae that are a little achier. And then feel in front of the spine, right behind the heart. Start to feel the lungs. You're letting the body just be and show you itself, show you herself, themselves. What is the body asking for? He's asking for attention in the lower part of the right side of the rib cage. Whatever it is, go right there. So feeling all through your whole chest and inside each rib and in between each rib, every tissue gets to be attended to and felt. Feel so cozy inside your own chest like you've never felt before. You're nestled inside every corner. And then wherever there's the most achiness or pain, let's just bring our awareness, go right in with the biggest cuddle ever. And I love you. And let's also feel the arms. Feel the full aliveness of your arms. Your arms might also be achy. They're part of the heart field. And just feel and love the feeling of the bones in your arms, and your elbows, and your skin, and your beautiful wrists, and your hands that are alive and that are so miraculous. The skin of your hands. Let's feel deep inside our whole chest and deep inside both arms and hands and fingers and fingernails. And from deep inside this whole area, feel through the skin. And notice how awareness and sensation, you don't know. You don't know where the skin begins and ends. Don't worry about that. It's a relief. It's a relief to feel the connectedness, that there isn't a line of separation. It's a relief to settle, for the body to settle in the arms of you, vast awareness, vast loving awareness. So what we're doing here is we're letting the body feel the presence of their ultimate parent, their they're never the partner that never leaves you. You are both. You are both the body and you are the awareness. You're two sides of one coin. And we need the body side to feel the presence of the ever present God, goddess, oneness, source, consciousness, awareness, whatever word you want, or the immortal you. You've got the formless immortal you and the form mortal you. And we want to have them be very intimate. So feeling through your skin, through the whole torso, and feeling into the air in the room and into the clothes, and so that you really just sense that deep connectedness, the never separate sense. Your body is much bigger than the mortal body, and the mortal body is being held in this one body. Great. Let's come onto the solar plexus now, right under the rib cage. Keep moving and exhaling and releasing any way that feels comfortable. All about comfort, all about ease. The solar plexus is often pretty grippy, maybe achy, kind of like a knot in the middle of it. Let's go right there. Go right into the solar plexus. Don't hesitate. Awareness can go right in. Your mind might tell a story, but it's just lying. Awareness can go through every door. There are no doors for awareness. Just go right in. So the center of the solar plexus is like right in front of the spine and right under the rib cage. And just settle there. Be comfy there. Be in touch there. And let the exhale happen. Let the natural release happen. You don't have to release it. You don't have to do anything. You're just being with yourself. That's enough. You might feel up into the rib cage a little bit, and you might feel that the solar plexus connects with some ache in the heart, whatever you feel, or in the eyes, like we saw yesterday. So once we go to one spot, the spots that are connected, that are part of that energetic twist, are often come make themselves known. What happens is the body, in feeling safe and being held without an agenda, it's like all the little ones come to be attended to. So the solar plexus gets felt, and then the right shoulder speaks up. Fine, go explore. Let yourself gather them all into your lap. And so really letting the solar plexus soften and open and expand naturally as it's attended to. Feel into the spine behind the shoulders, the solar plexus. Feel through the front. It's quite a big field, and it has a sense of strength and power and uniqueness in it. It feels really good to feel landed, centered in your solar plexus. Like I'm here. And I'm powerful, and you are. Each one of us is so powerful, literally electromagnetic power. We are our body. One body can charge up a whole small city. So feel the power and the um, brilliance and the vibrancy of your solar plexus. Each one of us extremely powerful, brilliant geniuses. Beautiful. And then let it also just unravel, right? It's just going to want to spill out, sort of like your gut spilling out. You get to let your solar plexus and your belly be loose, soft. From inside your solar plexus, let's come down into the mid belly and the soft belly. Let your belly be soft. You can feel into your organs, feel into the stomach and the spleen and the kidneys of the lower back and all through the organs there. You don't have to know where they are or what they do or anything, but just really feel the whole belly area and let it be soft and open, and feeling from inside the belly and the solar plexus through the skin. Again, where's that line? If there's a sharp pain, if there's a dull ache, give that area extra awareness, extra attention. Love it up. You might feel achiness in your back, in the mid back, the spinal cord, behind the belly. Really feel that you're inhabiting your whole back area. So you feel through the back into the chair or wherever you're sitting, and into the air in the room, and through the walls and out to the street. Feel all through your back and then all through your front. Let the belly be soft, 360 degrees around and deep inside as well. We've got the lower belly and the intestines to just naturally come into those intestines. We can hold our belly and our lower belly so much in our pelvis. So see if you can be so attentive that the body just lets itself be held, like being a baby again. It's safe. It's safe to be held. It's safe to hold yourself. You can trust you. You are immortal awareness, and you only wish you well. So the body can relax, let the top of the hips relax, let the intestines be loose, let the lower back open and soften. Let the spinal cord that goes into the tailbone open. And from inside the hip sockets, let the hip sockets loosen. Your joints can hold a lot of tension there. You don't have to hold yourself together. Let life hold you together. So these joints, you don't have to tense up. Let the joint be the joint. It'll do its work. Let the hips be the hips. Let them fall open. As we come into the pelvis, come from inside the spinal cord and the tailbone, letting the tailbone be nice and open, downward, and feel just a complete relaxation through the tailbone and then into the pelvis. So that those sit bones, the whole bottom of your torso is open and almost like spilling out into the ground, into the earth. Open through the bottom of ourselves, and we get all this support. There's streams of earth energy, of Gaia energy, just of you, of your extended body, which is the earth, and your extended body, which is the sky, and she can support you much more. You can support you much more by opening the roots up like a tree. And you get all the wisdom of earth coming through. It comes through anyway, but the more you open, the more the channels are cleared. And this is all it really takes. Let's really feel into the whole pelvis. You might feel a fair amount of achiness, sharp or dull pain. Don't tell any story, no fear about it. Go into the pain. The closer you get, you is this vast, endless, sweet, loving, clear awareness. The closer you get in there, you might notice it's hard to even call it anything. It's energy, it's pain maybe, but closer you get, it's more like energy in space. And if you don't give it a name and you go right into where it's achy, just notice what happens. You might only find a kind of alive energy in a field of delicious space. Feel all through the front of the pelvis and the pubic bone. Feel through your sexual organs. Feel through the full sides of the hips, front, back, and bottom. And like a flower, like everything is just soft and opening like a peony. So 360 degrees around, just falling open. And the very center of the flower can sometimes be where those achiest bits are. So the center of the pelvis. Wherever it is, be extra attentive there, extra love, extra hug there. So that the hips are so soft and open, and you don't have to hold your hips together. You don't have to hold your joints together. And then you can feel how it's deeply connected to the upper legs. There's this natural flow down into the legs, and how the legs are so incredible. They're these big roots, big connectors. They plug you into the earth. These big muscles and big bones of the upper legs and the incredible knees and those large muscle groups and tendons. And we've got the calf muscle and the shin bone and this stream of energy through our legs that connects us to the ground, connects the rest of our body, plugs us in. And these fine bones of our ankles and of our feet and in between our toes and the pads of our feet and the archways. There's a ton of energy you can feel on your feet. And then talked yesterday about uncurling maybe it was someone else, but uncurling your feet, uncurling your hands. We curl ourselves, we tuck ourselves in. But if you are a little baby in a warm bath and you love it, you're just unfurled, you're just completely open like a flower. So let your feet unfurl and let the cords of energy that run through them. You can even feel that. You can feel these streams of energy down from the bottoms of the feet into the earth. And you can feel the earth energy coming up through those lines. So now from inside our pelvis and inside our legs and inside our unfurled feet and the beautiful roots flowing through the tailbones and the feet, let's really feel from inside the whole lower half of ourselves. Let's feel the vibrancy and all the sensation, and then feel through the skin, and then feel into the clothes, and then into the room, and into the chair. From awareness, there's no separation. Great. Okay, so here's this vast awareness that's looking, and now it's really inside the body. So feeling inside the body, feeling through the body. Feel how you can be in front of yourself, in front of the body. You can be in the body. You can be behind the body. You can be above the body.